Your pronunciation of X Factor contestants' names, it's become legendary now, I think it's fair to say. Who's got the best name this year?
This year, there's none of them really. We have vintage years for names as well. Of course, who could forget Rachel Adedeji?
Everyone's favourite.
And I was just gutted when Gamu Nengu was booted off, because at the early stages of the competition 2 years ago, I was so looking forward to saying her name. This year, they've all got nice names. I don't know whether I would choose one or the other. There's nothing really that sort of unusual about any of them.
So you must get people coming up to you all the time asking to repeat back their names, X Factor style. Does that become a bit of a chore after a while?
No, I love it actually. It's part and parcel of the job, isn't it? It goes with the job, goes with the territory. I guess everybody wants to have their name shouted out, like I do every Saturday night on the telly. And I get accused when I go to parties or even at the X Factor. The contestants come up to me and they thrust their mobile phone in my face and they say, "Oh, can you record my voicemail message or shout my name out?" And it's only natural. I'm quite happy to do it. In fact, what I did was I built a website called myruddyvoice.com to deal with that demand, because it was a huge demand. People wanted it all the time, so I couldn't do them all. So I just say to people now, go to my website, myruddyvoice.com, and you can have your own name shouted out on there, and it's easy to sort of deal with it that way rather than doing it people standing in a long queue and me giving them individual attention.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about doing something where you have more of a presence on the screen, like some presenting work, for example?
Well, funny you should say that. Last week or a few weeks ago, I was on the Extra Factor, introducing Ollie Murs and Caroline Flack, who were back together again, reunited. I was in vision for that. And I also had a small part to play in the Britain's Got Talent show last year, Britain's Got More Talent, where I was on camera with Stephen Mulhern. But as for my own presenting work, I'd love to do that. In fact, I am in talks at the moment with someone, a production company, and we're hoping to embark on a project very soon. Nothing confirmed yet, so I can't tell you anything about it, but I'm looking forward to that. If that comes off, that's going to be amazing. If we get the show, it'll be really good.
Yeah, it sounds great. Can't wait. The biggest talking point of this year's show has probably been Rylan. Do you think the show needs someone like him, someone to just entertain you on a Saturday night?
Well, let's first of all talk about the show. It's a big, fun, friendly, family entertainment show, and as such, the cast or the contestants on the show have to reflect the audience. Now, the audience for this show is probably the broadest audience you can imagine. From very young children to very elderly people watch this show every Saturday and Sunday night. It's what they call in TV an appointment to view. People sit around the TV. It's autumn, the evenings are drawing in, people close their curtains, they sit down with their snacks and their drinks, and they watch the show together. It's a real family fun experience, and it defines very much the winter and autumn schedule for TV. And for a lot of people, I know, me included, when the X Factor comes along, I know that Christmas isn't very far away, so we all kind of panic about that as well, because we're all so busy. You usually end up doing your Christmas shopping at the very last minute.
Before we know it, it will be time for the live finals, which this year is in Manchester. It's always a great show. What are you most looking forward to about that?
I think just getting up to Manchester. It's a great town, great city. Manchester's fantastic. The GMEX, or the Manchester Central as it's now called, will be hosting the 2 nights of the show on the 8th and 9th of December. And it gives people up north, in the north of England, the opportunity to come and see the show. It's a huge event, the biggest TV event of the year. And I think that, if I had £1 for the number of times people had asked me to get them tickets to the X Factor, I'd be a very rich man. The good news I've just heard is that Pepsi Max and Walker's Extra Crunchy are now offering consumers the opportunity to have a pair of tickets to go and see the X Factor live show weekend. They're giving them away every day, every hour, between now and the 20th of November. So if you do want to come to the X Factor final in Manchester, go to, I think it's the Pepsi website, pepsi.co.uk. You can win tickets to come and see the show, and believe me, it's really worth going.